Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel whether you're new or you're coming back. My name is Victoria and today I'm doing your daily twin flame reading with a special twist, with a special theme, and today we're going to talk about new moon in Capricorn. It's coming up tomorrow. For Eastern Standard Time, for New York area, it's around it's between 6 and 7 a.m. For your time zone, you can adjust accordingly. Let's see how it's impacting the twins, how it's impacting the journey. But what I heard is a download while I was preparing for this reading is that this new moon in Capricorn is teaching us to love our shadow, to love all of ourselves, right? It's like this next step of the self-love, where it's not just like kind of like being okay with maybe certain mistakes that you've made, certain things that you're ashamed of, or maybe where you feel like you're not good enough, right? This is like not just tolerating, but being truly accepting it and being in love with it, really, right? Like it's something that helped you be the wonderful you that you are today, right? And we talk a lot about inner child work and shadow work on this journey, and talk a lot about trauma healing. So essentially those experiences that we get that seemingly are negative for the outside world, for our brain included, a lot of times, those are the experiences that actually help us grow, help us get out of ourselves and our comfort zone and our limited beliefs. So this is like giving thanks for those experiences and respecting them, showing them some love, showing those parts of yourself love. If we go into IFS terminology, which is the internal family systems, right? Like we have parts that are exiled, or the parts that we don't accept. And it's time to reconnect with those parts. That's what this new moon is allowing us to do. And of course, to set new intentions onto how we can continue the growth and how we can be even bigger and better versions of ourselves. Okay, let's get an oracle card for each of the twins, and then we'll switch to tarot. First is going to be a card for Divine Feminines watching. Hope you guys like my new backdrop. I'm not sure that I've ever actually used it. I think it was one of those that I bought before I went to Hawaii and I never got to put it up. So you're welcome. I'm still considering whether to return the lights or not, so let me know what you think. Number 18. Listen, in stillness you meet your true self. Yes. To me, this is a big continuation to what I was talking about. And by the way, Capricorn is a sign of like following the rules, following the process, right? And in this case, we're respecting the Capricorn energy by following the rules. Doing the meditation is one of those rules that we know about, right? One of the rituals, one of the practices. Capricorn loves that. It's like, you know, like why do we have rituals as a means of communication, as a means of like a display of, like it's a display really of our appreciation and our faith. For masculines, we have number 44. Your words create worlds. Yeah, so new moon is time to make new intentions, to solidify them. This is an earth sign, so you may be thinking about putting something, maybe like digging something down in the earth, or at least connecting with nature and with earth when making your intentions, right? Like you meditate in nature if possible. Make good judgments in terms of the weather and whether it's safe for you, but you know, it's that kind of idea. We'll do the usual spread, but with the new moon in Capricorn in mind. Let's see what we have. The Tower. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Yes, this is Aries energy actually, and to me this is a reminder that, again, like these Tower moments and maybe the way that we handle them could be included into those moments we're not proud of, that we may not necessarily want to look at, right? But this is the time to, again, recognize that that's the path to healing. That's the path to knowing yourself. And a lot of times we need to get thrown outside of our comfort zone to do that. And why? Because our brain doesn't like that. So it's like by default, our brain would not want that to happen. So we're not really functioning that way. It's like, yeah, I'm looking for these new experiences. I want to change my belief system. I want to do things different. Sometimes we do, but even then, there is oftentimes procrastination and some fears, right? Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So this is our way to be more expressive towards those parts and experiences, right? Show them some love, come on. Feminine, so your energy during this time, 10 of Cups clarified by Page of Swords. So this is learning new ways to be joyful and happy, new ways of, and methods even, to fulfill yourself. Actually, another way that I'm seeing Capricorn energy, that I'm talking about Capricorn energy when I do my astrology workshops, is it's like a student, like a nerd in a library studying, right? That's the Capricorn type of person. And this is exactly it, Page of Swords. So maybe read up some more about, I don't know, your love languages, or, you know, there's a lot of information about like personality types, or even your giftings, right? It doesn't have to be in relation to another person, right? Maybe you can find something within yourself, for yourself, that like new sources, new ideas of bringing in joy and happiness. Or set intentions for those. Divine Masculine, 10 of Swords, clarified by the Fool, but also a 10, right? So it's end of a cycle for both, actually. For the masculine, they want to be more adventurous in this new cycle, and essentially they like, this is like that turn around energy when they don't want to do things the same way they did before. They understand that that didn't serve them, or at a certain point they were already doing things in an unhealthy way because of the past pain, you know, of even earlier story, right? So they were already in the cycle. So I'm doing unhealthy stuff because I've had so many unhealthy experiences before. It's almost like I've done the training now and I'm just functioning like that. So they're getting out of that wheel, of that unconscious, I don't want to say bias, but unconscious behavior, let's put it that way, right? Where we do stuff as a reaction because that's how we usually react in cases like that, right? This is like going out of it. This is wanting new things, new experiences in life. Or again, you can set intention for that, of course. Additional question, we have 5 of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, to me in this deck, 5 of Swords is more like 8 of Swords. But regardless, there is a question of like, am I on the right track on this journey, right? Is the universe supporting me or trying to tell me I'm doing something wrong? All of us do get that, ask that question at one point or another in our journey. So feminines, you have Strength and 6 of Cups. Yeah, so it's really all in your head, essentially, we're saying, because you know the path, right? Like you've done this before, you know this person, right? Like this is you, essentially. So this divine counterpart of yours. So there shouldn't be any like you can't really make mistakes here, right? As long as you're staying aligned within yourself, as long as it feels good to you, right? Because you don't want to be doing something just for display. Like this is not the connection, this is not the case where this can fly, or like the person's not gonna know anyway, right? And on the outside it looks like you're doing all the right things, but if it doesn't feel good, if you don't believe it inside, it's just gonna, like, it's gonna be another cycle of sabotage, really. You're not gonna just, it's not just gonna work, because that's a low vibrational energy, and it's gonna ricochet you and your person from each other, essentially, not bring you closer. And that's why we get into our head, because we do something seemingly like the right thing. It doesn't work, and then there is a confusion in the brain, and there is anxiety, and there is stress. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But you do. But that's the inner strength. That's the other kind of strength, you know? It's that real thing that's supposed to be in play here. What is your heart telling you? That's the story. For masculines, we have 4 of Swords, clarified by 5 of Swords. So another 5 of Swords. Yeah, so masculines have been replaying a lot of things in their head. That's what I'm getting. And definitely at a loss. Like, usually those things work that I was doing with this divine feminine, or maybe even with a karmic partner. They used to work, but they don't work anymore, because you're in a different cycle. You're supposed to do things differently. So yeah, right now the message is take rest, do not take action. Like, this is not like this particular time as we speak, this moment is not for taking action, it's for taking care of yourself. Because you can only do the right thing, quote unquote, if you are in a space, in a balanced space, in a grounded space where you know, you're coming out of like, I have enough and now I have something to share. Not from the place of like, oh, I don't feel good, so come here, spend time with me, I'll do something nice for you and you can give me that love that I need. You hear the difference? I know I can hear the difference when my twin approaches me one way or the other. Okay, how are the feminine seeing masculines at this time? We have the Justice card with the Judgment. So yeah, they see that there's a lot happening, a lot that's been brought, a lot of karma rebalancing and downloads being brought into their reality. Or maybe they could even feel that more than anything else, because these energies are so strong that you can feel it in your energy, right? And you can send some good vibes to a person. But yeah, essentially it's a rude awakening I'm hearing for a lot of areas of their life, where this year, and especially now, since there's a lot of talk of like new year and doing things differently, right? It's like them realizing in many different places where they had it wrong, like with the mindset, with the focus, and now they're like, oh, I can't go on like that anymore. Yeah, I need to change this and that and that. And for some of those things, I don't even know where to start. So this is the realization part, right? The action part is still to come. For some of them, some karma is coming around where if they were doing certain things that they thought were okay or were not hurting anyone, but they actually were, right? Again, it's like this self-talk, this illusion with the 5 of Swords. So like, oh, it's fine. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not hurting anyone what I'm doing, right? But it was. So now it's coming back to them. So that's another layer of that rude awakening, where it hits them just then, like, oh wow, and I've been doing that for such a long time to other people, and I didn't even think how it was affecting them. Okay, for how masculine seeing feminines, we have Knight of Cups in reverse, clarified by Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I mean, they would like to express their love and their passion. Like, they want to say all the right things, but they're not just not ready, and those things are not coming up to them. They don't feel confident right now to talk, to express. They sometimes aren't even confident on whether they got it right? It's almost like I have so much passion and desire here that while this rude awakening is happening, like, it's hitting me again and again, to the point where they're not even sure that they can speak to the feminine right now. You know, if, how do I say this? If the energy is right, if they're in a good space, if it's almost like, I don't like the word deserve, but it's like they don't deserve really for the good communication, for coming together, right? And this is not a good word, but this is the best one I can choose to explain the feeling and the energy, right? It's like them wanting to hide in the doghouse and be like, yep, nope. just don't feel good enough about myself right now to be talking to you. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you like the new backdrop, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.